Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are doing something a little bit different. I kept seeing in my mind's eye, pick a card, pick a card. And I thought, you know what? Let's do it. Try something new. What you have in front of you is three decks of cards. It's all from one deck, as you can see. We have some healing stones, amethyst, pyrite here, and this one is, I want to say, this one is blue calcite. That's what I want to say. Okay. Amethyst, of course, increases intuition, clarity. Blue calcite is a calming stone, helps with calming and other things like that. And pyrite is a stone for abundance, luck. So whatever stone you are called towards, I want you to look at that stone and think of a question or something that may be on your mind at this time. Or, I have not seen any of these cards. I have not turned them over, so I don't know what's under the cards. But what I will say is, each message here could help you in some way. You may be drawn to one card, but it could create a domino effect where you're able to receive messages from this entire reading. So just be open, find what resonates with you, and leave the rest behind. Before we start, I have already cleared the space. If you see smoke, I'm burning frankincense to amplify clarity, cleanse the energy, and also help with my intuition and clarity. As we get ready to open up this reading, I just affirm that the ones who need this message the most will be able to receive this message, will be open to receive it, but not just take the message, but also be willing and able to take the action steps behind what the message reveals. What I will do is shuffle each stack of cards to see if a card falls out. If it falls out, I will pick that card. If it doesn't, I will just pick a card from the stack. I will intuitively read what I see in the card. Then I will go ahead and give you the understanding from the Oracle book. And then we will clarify each card to get a deeper understanding of the messages you need surrounding that card. First, I just want you to know that this is a safe space, a space of love, a space of peace. I'm excited to be here. My intention here is to help elevate, to help reveal, and ultimately help anyone that's seeking healing in any area and aspect of their life to receive it through this message here and now. This is a timeless reading. And I also welcome in the energies of love, peace, protection, and guidance from our spiritual team, ancestors, and guides that are standing with us for the highest good of our elevation and ascension. Ashe. So we will start with the amethyst reading. See if a card wants to pop out here. Okay, I'm just going to go with the one on top. Third eye blind. interesting for this card to be the first card, because the amethyst actually helps with the third eye and the intuition. This is that first card. Looks as though she's hiding from something. Have the eye in her hand, the eye on her forehead, and then her physical eyes are covered. So I see 3 eyes. Well, 2 eyes that's visible, and 2 eyes that are blind. Third eye blind, number 42. So let's see what that message says. It says, I don't see with the third eye. Oh, baby, open that eye. It really allows you to see through all the BS. Stop ignoring your instincts, your intuition, and insight. Scared that it is just wishful thinking? Open that third eye and you will be surprised at all the foresight you have within you. That gut feeling is your true north, telling you to stop being blind. We have been so conditioned that there are only 5 senses, but look at animals hearing things we cannot or seeing things we don't. We believe that the reason you are closed off is because it is all relative to your experiences. If you can't see it tangibly, then how could it be there? Try some simple meditation to help you relax and get your inner eyesight back. Okay, so immediately I heard look within. Look within. This is our human spirit oracle deck. So the third eye being blind, and the amethyst helps with the intuition. So what are you not seeing? What are you avoiding? What are you refusing to look at? Okay, that is the question here. So because that came out so clear, I am going to ask the hard truth. I'm going to use my hard truth deck here to clarify, what are you not seeing besides the fact that your intuition, you may be ignoring your intuition. You may be ignoring your gut feeling. You may be ignoring things that you need to see and look at. So let's get some clarity around that. Okay, we have the hard truths decks here because it says that you're ignoring your intuition. You're not seeing things from the third eye perspective. Maybe your faith may be tested here. So let's look at some hard truths. Let's look at some hard truths here. We have these that fell out. Wow. We have irresponsible. Dreading the responsibilities that come with achievement is sabotaging your progress. Confront your fear and start welcoming the potential for success. So are you not taking action on things that you may need to do? Okay, we have boundaries. This opportunity will constantly push you to compromise your boundaries. Maintain and respect your limits to protect well-being while also being an example of strength. Okay, then we have shame. Shame wraps you in a cloak of lonely silence, convincing you that your flaws define you. Exposing the shame to light, only then can you begin to heal and alter the course of your destiny. So what I feel here with this card is the third eye, your intuition, maybe it's telling you to look within yourself and to admit whatever it is that you're holding on to that you may be ashamed of. Because shame can definitely block your third eye. It can keep you from seeing things clearly, right? But having boundaries within yourself to know that you have to respect yourself. Respect yourself. Hold on one second here. It says this opportunity will constantly push you to compromise your boundaries. Maintain and respect your limits to protect your well-being, also being an example of strength. Dreading the responsibilities that come with achievement is sabotaging your progress. Confront your fears and start welcoming the potential for success. So maybe here it's like not looking at your intuition, not looking at the signs and the things that you need to look at because you're scared. But it's saying confront your fear and create boundaries. And you don't need to be ashamed. Let's get one more here. Some of you guys are spiritually gifted. That's what I'm getting here. So you're spiritually gifted. You're intuitives. You might be healers, seers. And maybe you are ashamed of some of the things that being spiritually gifted has been said, like what people say about it. So you are avoiding your calling. Okay, I can understand this energy because it was for a long time. I felt prompted to do this very thing, to read cards. But I was ashamed. I was scared. I had a lot of negative stigmas towards this because I was conditioned that way growing up. But you can't, you're not going to be able to avoid stepping into your destiny. Okay, those butterflies there is showing even though she doesn't want to, she's covering her physical eyes, like she's avoiding, but her third eye is actually open and the eye in her hand is open and the butterflies are there, which is her spiritual team. So what I'm getting here is you're not going to be able to avoid stepping into your power. You're not going to be able to avoid your spiritual gifts and your abilities. Some of you guys are very empathic, very spiritual beings. You might be breaking away from religion and breaking away from traditional belief systems. And you're starting to activate, but you're scared. There's nothing to be afraid of, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. I'm going to take another one from here because these are the hard truths. These are the things that we look at. These are the things that get revealed in order for us to heal it, okay? Unprepared. You aren't ready for this step and crucial elements may have been overlooked. Don't skip the process and miss the lesson that comes with it. Unprepared. What I get from this is take time to learn about your intuition. Okay? It says unprepared. Maybe you feel unprepared, right? To see the things that are being shown to you. But this is where you start studying. If you resonate with this message, if you've been maybe seeing things and having gut instincts and maybe having dreams and having visions and you don't feel prepared, Maybe you need to study, read about these things, research these things so that it can build your confidence. You know, I didn't get to this place of feeling comfortable with my own spiritual gifts overnight. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of hesitation. There was a lot of unconditioning and unlearning and unprogramming of myself that I had to go through. So this one is saying, don't skip the process and miss the lesson that comes with it. Okay. Take time to get to know yourself, to get to know what you feel, and don't label yourself. Okay. Highly sensitive, intuitive beings can be labeled all type of things, which could make you feel fear, shame, right? It can make you dread responsibility that comes with having spiritual gifts. Okay. But you don't need to be fearful. Study yourself and show yourself approved. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Learn more about the intuition, how to not necessarily increase your intuition, but how to trust your intuition. A lot of that comes from self-love, right? When your gut feeling, your intuition tells you no, don't do something, or stay away from someone, or stop doing something, the more you listen to that, the more you feel safe, the more you can trust yourself. Okay. I'll take one more. Since we're talking about intuition, we're going to elevate this message with the intuitive oracle cards. Okay. What is some guidance to add to this message here, where it's saying a third eye is blind? What is something that needs to be added to this message for someone who may be avoiding stepping into their gifts? Clarity through stillness. Find clarity in stillness. Meditation unlocks your intuition. Look at that. And earlier I said going within. So you may need to take time to be still, to go within. I'm hearing drown out the noise, disconnect. Learn to hear what is your voice over what is someone else's voice. Okay? You have to know the difference between your voice and the voice of others who have conditioned you, who have told you what to think, who have told you what to believe. It's time to be still and go within. Okay? Give you another one for this intuitive message. Seeing beyond. This is to look beyond the obvious. Trust your intuition to reveal deeper insights. Okay, here you go. This is asking you to go deeper. Trust your intuition. Something is being shown to you. Something wants to be shown to you. Maybe you're avoiding it. But this message is clear. Trust yourself, okay? See and beyond. Look beyond the obvious, okay? It's amazing. Seeing beyond and clarity. All that has to do with vision, okay? And she has her eyes covered, her physical eyes covered, but that's okay. Because when we start seeing with the spiritual eye, that is our third eye, okay? We start having the spiritual understanding, the spiritual clarity. That is how things open up. It comes with a deeper knowing, okay? See that? That eye is open. That eye is open. That's the deeper knowing, okay? And this one says, wow, look how powerful this is. Next one, balance your energy centers to enhance your intuition perception. Remember, I was telling you about doing research, right? It says that maybe you weren't prepared. Some of you who are feeling like you want to avoid your intuition or how to unlock your intuition is balancing your energy centers. Here, you would do some research on what it means to balance your energy centers, okay? Chakra alignment. Balance your energy centers to enhance your intuitive perception. Beautiful. And the last card, look what happens, you guys. This is absolutely amazing. When you take all that wisdom there, the card on top is Third Eye Awakening. Look how powerful that is. We started with a third eye blind, and we're going to close this one with the third eye awakening, because that is what was revealed, and this is the healing. Okay, we started it third eye blind, closing it third eye awakening. Okay, powerful. It says your third eye is awakening, enhancing your intuitive abilities. Okay, I said earlier that I felt that you may be going through an awakening. You may be awakening your gifts and being called to step into your spiritual path. It is nothing to be afraid of. You are guided and protected in this process. You have everything you need. Do more research. Also, read, research, and connect with communities and groups of people who align with your energy. Okay? On this channel, I will continue to post uplifting content to support the highly sensitive, to support us in this spiritual awakening. Okay? We are all awakening at a rapid pace. We're all on different levels, but it can be a very nerve-wracking experience when you're new. Okay? I am very new to this journey of expressing my healing and support to the healing community through cards. But before I got here, I tried to avoid it at all costs, just like her. Okay? But I learned that you can't. Okay? All right. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, lastly, okay, I have my hand on these, so I'm going to go ahead and give you one. Give you one of these to close out officially the Awaken Third Eye. What is the ancient Egyptian message for the Awaken Third Eye? Ooh, okay. Powerful. Look at that here. We have the Hermit. Ooh, look at that there. This card is the epitome of going within. Okay? The Hermit in the traditional tarot represents someone who goes within, goes into the darkness, goes into the stillness, and finds the light within their own soul to guide them on the path. This is powerful. Okay? This card is clarified by clarity through stillness. Okay? Clarity through stillness. That is exactly what the Hermit mode is. Okay? Remember, her eyes are closed. She's going within to enhance her intuition, to see beyond. Okay? So if you're resonating with this message, you're being called to go into hermit mode, to look within yourself, to find your gifts, to find your abilities, to tap into who you truly are. And look how you come out on top. Wow. Look at that powerful consciousness. That is the activation, okay? That is the activation. Consciousness is the activation of the intuition. Because we ended that last card with the third eye awakening. And look in the background. Look at the gigantic eye. The third eye is awakened. Powerful. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is absolutely beautiful. In this card, she is powerful. Standing in her power. Activated. She is standing in her power. Standing in her power with the eye behind her open and the eye here open. This is someone who awakens. We went from the third eye being blind to the third eye awakening to who you truly are. I said that I felt that this person who is being drawn to this card, to this deck, has very powerful spiritual gifts and are being called to awaken to who they truly are. To not be ashamed of being highly sensitive, to being intuitive, to having spiritual gifts. You may have been mocked or called names, or you may see people who are in the spiritual community be called certain negative names, and it may have caused you to be shameful or scared or to run away from what you know is inside of you. You also may be called towards ancient Egypt symbols and imagery. That is your sign that you are being called for something higher. Okay? You are being called for something higher, to awaken to your true power that is within you. This light here is within her. This light here is within him. Okay? It's within you. Everything you're looking for is within you. Do more research. Do not compromise on who you are and who you know that you are. I'm hearing do not go backwards. Okay? The boundaries cards is sticking out. It says this opportunity will constantly push you to compromise your boundaries, maintain and respect your limits, to protect your well-being while also being an example of strength. When you go on this path to figure out who you are, to go within, you're going to need boundaries. Do you hear me? When you go in, look at yourself, you're going to have to remove people, places, things, habits. You're going to have to set strong boundaries in order to step into this type of power. You're going to have to set them. And there's going to be people, places, things, family members that are going to try to push those boundaries to keep you from tapping into who you are. Even your lower nature will try to tell you not to listen to your intuition. But you have to set the tone and show that you are stronger than what's outside of you. Because all of that light, all of that power is within you. Okay? You have it. You have everything it takes. Okay? And you may be drawn to the amethyst stone. I absolutely love this stone. As you can see, I have it here on my ring. This is also a sober stone. If you are struggling with any type of addictions, specifically alcohol, and you are trying to numb yourself or trying to suppress your feelings or trying to block your third eye, get your hands on some amethyst. Okay? Get your hands on some amethyst. It will help amplify your intuition. It will help increase your energy and help you to be sober-minded so that you can see the things you need to see. Okay? I affirm that you found what you needed in this message. I affirm that your eyes be clear to see, to know, that your intuition will be heightened, that you will trust yourself, that you will not be afraid to go within to find all the gold, the jewels, and the goodness within inside you. Please stay tuned. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and stay with this community, because this message here shows me that there is a new group of awakening beings who's going to need these messages, and who I'm here to help guide for you to be able to feel protected and supported in your awakening. You have everything you need. Feel free to stay for the next one. And if you don't, thank you. Sending you so much love. Ashe.